Hey traders, it's Dennis Wilburn, the AutoPilot Trader. I'm waiting for the market to close because we have Apple and Amazon reporting after hours today. Later in this video, I'm also going to show you and share with you a chart that makes me believe it may be time to start buying some crypto-related stocks. Nice looking setup. You don't want to miss that. So I'll check back in with you as soon as the market is closed. We'll see where Apple and Amazon is going to take the indexes tomorrow. Be right back. Okay, regular hour trading is now over, and both Apple and Amazon are reacting to earnings. Amazon's getting some very positive moves to the upside. Just a real quick reminder that all the materials we do present are for training purposes. Traders should always pay per trade any new method prior to the risk of their own personal. This is the daily and the weekly of Amazon. As you can see, just real quick, it looked like it was set to break out. Whenever I look for potential strength in after earnings, if I take out a past high, such as the 125 level, holds that, taking out that past high, I look at that being an excellent opportunity, for potential trading in the future because it's gotten past resistance. And so let's just put a mark on that. And let's go zipping over to and then what about Apple? A mark on Apple also. So where was Apple had already broken out above one past high right there. And so we'll just look for it to maintain above that. But we'll also look at, does it clear back above the 200-day moving average? Very important information. How goes Apple and how goes Amazon over the next, coming out of earnings will give us a good idea of how goes the market over the next couple of days. So let's go ahead and look at how is Amazon doing. Here is a intraday chart. There's a 10-minute intraday chart, and you can see it came just smoking out of the gates, and this is just running up. Here is the line I drew. That was the past high at 125.50. And as you can see, price action is moving on up. It looks as if right now Amazon may, in fact, put in a 10% move, which, again, is a very positive for Amazon. Remember, Amazon did a split, 20-to-1 split just a few weeks ago, and this is kind of a excellent move to the upside. Amazon could take the indexes with them. What about Apple? Apple, a little bit less exciting here, but as you can see, it got right up to the 200-day moving average. Remember, that's the line we drew in there a little bit earlier, and just stopped right there. So we'll see if Apple pushes through and closes above. That would be positive for the indexes tomorrow. So we'll take a look a little bit later on after we do our review of the indexes themselves. I want to highlight, though, S&P. S&P basically is in gear to the upside now. Now, it still has some overhead that it has to get through, such as these past highs over here, and which coincides with about the 34-day moving average, and then the 200-day moving average is all the way up here. So I would look for a push up, pull back, and just trade the ebbs and flows on this. That's one of the reasons why I like trading the Fibonacci's. I'll just show you what the Fibonacci is doing this. If we get a symmetric move from this low here to this high here, back to this low, that gives us an upside target, symmetric target, up about 419. We'll keep our eye on that. How am I going to trade this right now? Do I want to buy the breakout? I prefer trading it off the 820. But we may not get an opportunity until it gets all the way up here. So that's what we've got going with the S&P. As you can see, TSI has now continued to bounce to the upside. Market forecast is also continuing to climb higher. Remember that these can get into what is called the overbought condition for quite some time. As a matter of fact, that is oftentimes a sign of strength when it does get up there and just holds on and continues to move higher. The Qs, what the heck's going on with the Qs? Well, we're breaking out above this trend line here. I can go this Fibonacci. I'm going to go ahead and erase this. This is a good thing. I anticipate more breakout tomorrow if Apple and Amazon continue to on their winning ways through the rest of the after-hour reporting period. They should be getting into the conference call here shortly. And just take a real quick look. Yeah, Amazon's adding to what it was gaining before, looking at the after-hours market here. One of the things I want to highlight to you, just if you've ever wondered about, okay, the index, and I'll be talking about this. We'll come back to this on the slide, because I want to say how to find daily moving averages on intraday charts. And I'll show you a real quick hack on how to make that happen. It's really simple, and it will help you once you start looking at the intraday charts to define where you should be taking action if you're using your intraday charts for a trigger. Russell also continue to move up. Now, one of the things that's very interesting about this move, let's go ahead and erase this. If we take a similar type of approach and say we will emulate this move from here to here, back down to this low, and then up, where's it going to? You know, where's its likely trajectory? Well, go there, back down to the high. That gives us a trajectory up here, a 100% move up at 194.27. When I look at this type of trajectory, when I'm looking at these Fibonacci extensions, I'm looking at either the 78% extension or the 100 or the 127. That is kind of like the little target box that I'm looking for price actions moving on up to. Could we get a pullback before we get back up to this area there? Certainly we could. We do have additional overhead that we need to get through right here at the 188 level. So but as I said, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Price action could continue to push on up and make new highs. We had traded the TQQ, which was the TNA and TQQ over the last couple of weeks, made some good profits on those. And now that the Fed has met, it's done its thing, we know that inflation is going to be hanging around. The market has kind of taken that 0.75 rate increase in stride, is looking to rally on. And so now I'll be looking at trading the pullbacks into the moving averages in order to get into trades moving. I'll be looking at any kind of action in here that could be related to stalling action. Let's take a real quick another look over at Apple and Amazon. There's Amazon, and on the intraday chart, Amazon has still blown on up. And we'll see how this settles out. We'll take another look at it at the end of the day. Now, Apple's getting a little bit more life in it, and it's busting out above. Oh, no, it has. Excuse me. That's one of the reasons why I drew the darn line in the first place, so I'd be able to see that on a intraday chart. So we know it's broken out above the 200-day moving average. If these FANG stocks get back in gear, moving above the 200-day moving average, that could be positive for the rest of the market. So the question I have for you real quick is how to find daily moving averages on intraday charts. It's very simple. One, we have to recognize that institutions and pro traders, they use specific daily, weekly moving averages to plan their trades around. What are some of the most favorite ones? The 8, the 20, or 21, either one of those, the 50, and they either use the MA exponential moving average or they use the simple moving average. Just that simple. And so how do you get it to translate over to your intraday charts? That's a great question. And so I will go back to my charts and we'll talk specifically about this. I have found this as an excellent mechanism to basically show this. And as you see, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete. Okay, here is the 20-day moving average. As you can see, I have drawn on the 20-day moving average a dotted line, horizontal line. And then I'm going to do one also for the 8-day moving average. I'll change, I want the colors to be, here's where you color code it, edit this, go here. I know that is that color purple, click on that, and I just also want to make that a little bit larger so I can see it. So go to a 2, And so now I've got that all lined up with those in there. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this line right here for the time being so it's not confusing. So we'll remove that. And if I wanted to, I could also highlight this one down here, the yellow or golden one. That corresponds to what? That corresponds to my 50-day moving average. And so now I've got my main averages identified, as you can see there. So I've got the 200 up here, I've got the 8, I've got the 20, and I've got the 50 down here. Those are the primary ones that I'm interested in. How does that look when I transition over to the intraday chart? It looks like this. Now I'm going to blow this up a little bit for the time being. There we go. Let's blow that up. Rein this in a little bit more. As you can see, okay, here's my purple line. That corresponds to my 8-day moving average. There's my pinkish line. That's the 20-day. And down here is the 50-day. So then this allows me to do is take a look at what my price action is doing intraday. And I can also lay in my alerts. So if I want to alert at the 8-day moving average, I can lay in an alert with much more precision. And then if I get into that, I go immediately to I'm going to call this my intraday trigger chart. And that shows me exactly, and then I can plan my trade around that price. That way I am objective in my setting my price targets for entry. And I can also set them up for price targets on exits also. So I just wanted to share that with you. That is an absolute great hack for how to transpose. If I was looking at this on a regular, this is a 10-minute chart. And now, as you can see on the half-hour chart, those start to show up. There's my 8-day moving average. There is my 20-day moving average. And I have to expand it just a little bit, just drag. There's my 50-day. As you can see, price action is well above the 50-day. And then what do I do on a daily basis? And then I just, go in the next day and I move it up. It's part of managing managing your trades, managing your watch list, so that I want to have lines of demarcation so that I know when I look at my trigger chart what I'm going to do. So last but not least, I am looking at, is it time to start buying crypto or crypto related stocks? So from what I'm seeing right now, the answer to that is yeah, possibly. I really like Riot, which is a crypto mining company. Its chart looks a lot like the crypto chart. In fact, if I throw up Bitcoin or Bitto, which you'll see, it looks almost exactly the same. So that tells me that Riot is reacting a lot like Bitcoin. So awesome. Here's a couple of positives here, folks, is that if I expand and do my Fibonacci extension on this case here, and I've just come in and hit a new low off the moving averages, so it gives me an upside target of $9.43 and or up here at 10.35. That translates to approximately a move of, again, from the low to the high. It's about 56%. We hit the 1272 extension. That's 71%. We buy it off of the 50 or buy off of breakout right here. That gives us a upside target 22% or on up to 35%. So what I'm looking at is this is forming a base that is starting to move to the upside, higher highs, higher lows. Buyers came in as it approached that new high. We have earnings coming up here. The other aspect of trading this is I can also buy options on this, and the leap options are the options that expire in January 2023. I can actually buy the $7 option. And where's it likely to go? Who knows? I mean, it could go to $14, $15, $16, even $12. Right now, they are going for $7 options are going for $2.55 at the current area. And they've got a 0.69 delta. So if you're an option trader, what that's telling you is for every dollar it goes up, it's going to increase in value by 69 cents. And so that's another excellent way to provide some potential to trade riot, participate in any kind of rally on crypto. You can actually, if you bought that $7 option that expires in January, you would be able to sell weekly premium against it to the tune of about 10% per week. If you want more information about that, just leave me a note down in the comments section on the YouTube channel, and I will basically pass that on to you. And so just a reminder, here's what we're about: clarify, simplify, and multiply. If you don't know about the AutoPilot trading service and system, you need to, find out about it, because we are doing excellent, beating the S&P by about 45+%. And so with that, I will just say aloha, God bless everybody. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your month of July, and let's get ready let's get ready to rally into August and kick some butt. Aloha, God bless everybody.